Belgrade and Novi Sad are undoubtedly the main draws of Serbia. The two biggest cities deserve more than they get, but even city-loving travelers will agree that it takes a lot more than metropolises to make a country. Pockets of Serbia are still delightfully traditional, and those who wisely venture beyond the cities are rewarded with centuries of history and truly remarkable aesthetics. Not to mention some curious spots to boot. Peppers, too. Lots and lots of peppers. The town is full of elegant and varied architecture, and seems packed with more points of interest than can fit within its borders. The very first Serbian gymnasium still stands here, and the Peace Chapel isn't like anything else seen in the region. The pace of life is borderline perfect, as well as a sleepy town with just enough bustle. Gojno looks like something out of a dream to you. Do not be alarmed. There is no need to rub your eyes frantically or resort to pinching bits of skin. Part of this village in Zlatibor is made up of an open-air museum, showcasing traditional ways of life from the region, dating all the way back to the 19th century. The wooden buildings that dot the landscape further enhance the time-traveling experience. It was rightly declared a cultural monument of exceptional importance in 1983. And the conservative pace of life. Eastern Serbia isn't overflowing with gorgeous cities, although the biggest man-made hole in Europe can be found here. But the little town of Ndvac bucks the trend and then some. Situated between three different mountains, Ndvac's centre is tailor-made for delightful Sunday strolls, lazily taking in the day along the twinkling headwater of the Timok River. Ndvac almost gives the impression of a sleepy Central European town, as small colourful houses idly crowd together as if vying for architectural pride of place. This could be Austria. This could. It might not seem particularly fair to include a village that was purpose-built for cinema, but it is difficult to ignore the charm of Djerdap. Also known as Kasandorf, Djerdap was constructed specifically for Emir Kusturica's classic Life is a Miracle 2004 and is another delight in Zlatibor. One every bit as dreamlike as Gojno. There is curiosity here, 2. With streets named after such luminaries as Jostroma, Diego Maradona, and Nikola Tesla. The buildings are dedicated to modern icons like Ivo Andriy and Stanley. A dreamy ethno-village in central Serbia, Rojski Kanochi is the perfect place to visit if you're interested in making your own rakića, the traditional alcoholic drink popular in Serbia. Who doesn't want to do that? Rojski Kanochi is what would come to pass if a child was given coloring pens and told to draw a village all vibrant buildings, homey comfort, and lush greenery. It might not be the easiest to reach, but getting to Rojski Kanochi is worth every moment of strife. The name translates as wet mountain, but don't let that fool you. Mokra Gora is another wonderful spot in Zlatibor that is tied to Costa Rica and Life is a Miracle 2004, albeit one that is slightly overshadowed by the relative modernity and ethno-splendor of Drvigrad. Mokra Gora is best known for its unique narrow gauge railway, the route of which looks like a figure eight when viewed from the sky. It is unlikely that visitors will get a chance to see the tracks from above, so you'll just have Serbia is a nation full of historical spots, and Topola makes a great case for being somewhere near the top of that list. It was here that carrier Black George was chosen as the leader of the unsuccessful First Serbian Uprising in 1804, which was essentially the starting point of modern Serbia as an independent state. Carrier and his family are buried in the magnificent St. George's Church, known colloquially as Opu Inak. The church has an incredible interior mosaic made of Located just 11 miles 18 kilometers from the border of Serbia and Hungary, Puli is a fixture on the summit list of anyone in the area with an ounce of sense. The town actually has a Hungarian, ethnic majority population, and those looking for a stunning example of Vojvodina's Hungarian influence need not look any further. Nearby is Lake Puli, a body of water that has been around for thousands of years or ever since the shepherd Paul lost the lamb with the golden fleece and cried so much that a lake was formed. For most of the year, Dunja Lakonica is just another village in the south of Serbia, home to just over 1,000 people and not much else. The end of summer sees the village transform. However, from a sleepy regional town into the red pepper capital of the world as it becomes swathed in a chorus cutting red. Autumn is known as the season of colour, and nowhere else is this truer than in Dunja Laconica. Four traditional houses made of straw, mud and beams. That might not sound like the most anolising brew, but then Lotkovic isn't everybody's cup of tea. Not too far from the city of Aleksandrovac, Lotkovic is another fascinating ethno-village that is as pretty as it is intriguing. The village came into being some 500 years ago, when it was so small that only one fence was needed to separate it, and little has changed. You can even enter into an old courtroom here, although justice has long since left that particular. The closest Serbian town to the sea, Prijep Porgy, lies on the confluence of the delightful Lim and Milivka rivers. The town has played an important role throughout the region's history, initially serving as a transport stop during Roman and Ottoman times before becoming industrialized in the 20th century. Situated on the right bank of the iconic Dina River, Peruak has an entire laundry list of attractions to be ticked off, one by one. Its riverside location is splendid, and Terra National Park is the corner. This fisherman's paradise is still relatively unexplored by those from outside Serbia and most in it, and Lake Peruak in particular is just waiting to be discovered. The lake was in the news in the 90s for all the wrong reasons, but the time for that to change is now. Please subscribe to the channel and press like.